volume.
I'm going to
That's last time be 2 months ago. But can't was a kotoko. Bit my young way you my panga Ghana Football Association, Branton and common fan and goalkeeping department. And I some fun and can.
Oh, David, you're come England for, yeah. Hey, okay, what you went best friend? Yeah,
come
David, I was the same. Maestro, yeah, that is England for this year. Who Kroma? Bob Kroma.
I mean, and there will be a kotoko fan be our Tessanis will be at least will be happy. At long last, the fight and kotoko management, the fight for Kamara and all sorts of that. He has been able to be called up to the national team. And DIABY, and say Guinea and World Cup, Guinea World Cup, they are definitely in Kakotoko Besan so in So I think it's a good thing. It's a good thing for Kamara to have.
A lot more after nobody. After no be or maybe.
Oh yeah, I think so. You know, say yeah, so
about. Sorry, no say the after no. And I know a good news for Krobia.
I'm not telling you, Babu.
Wait me ako. DIABY, I mean, didn't come a crowd of Vinicius Junior so yeah. Na Carlo Ancelotti a coach for the Brazilian national team. Now concerning the issue about with Vinicius Junior with Xabi Alonso during the El Clasico at the time, now Xabi Alonso is substituting or in a free game anymore. And then we saw him say display some sort of indisciplined attitude on the field of play. Now issue in the Bayern 2 days later, and Vinicius Junior at the apology letter. So 2 days later, and you say Vinicius Junior, the apology letter about Bontia, or say, Niamana you see between Ono and Xabi Alonso, no, he is duly sorry for what happened. Now, some common told you, and a lot of people were saying, the Vini Junior, Etimia did the apology letter about Bontia, then definitely he has ended the feud between Ono and any coach who did not the touchline for the side of Real Madrid Football Club called Xabi Alonso. And now Carlo Ancelotti couldn't come on. Akika Nsemi Kakadia Fahon said, I spoke with Vini Jr. about his reaction in El Clasico. I told him what I thought, which was that he made a mistake. He understood his mistake, apologized, and I think the issue is being resolved. So Vini Jr., together with Carlo Ancelotti, Carlo Ancelotti is a Brazilian national team coach, and then he understands how this boy reacts, and he understands his attitude. When he was coaching for Real Madrid, the only coach to have made sure manage the ins and outs of Vini Jr., his personality, and how he does his things on the field of play and outside the field of play, and make sure accommodate everything from Vini Jr., but then he will expect him to perform his maximum best on the field of play and give his grade A performance for Real Madrid Football Club. What's Carlo Ancelotti? He made sure upon all the negative aspect of Vini Jr., it will be looked upon, and then will be making sure that Vini Jr. will bring out the best performance in him, the best talent in him, I'm making sure that Madrid beats me win a lot of trophies. So under Carlo Ancelotti watch as a coach for Madrid, with Vini Jr., any Karim Benzema, any other players are not on mobile Real Madrid Football Club. No, Vini Jr. was able to win Real Madrid Football Club as a Carlo Ancelotti with 2 major UEFA Champions League titles under his tenure. It tells you how he was able to manage Vini Jr. attitude. But Xabi Alonso buying into the Real Madrid Football Club team, it has become very difficult for Xabi Alonso to manage the attitude of Vini Jr. We understand. So sometimes the attitude and sometimes the indisciplined nature of players doesn't help them in making sure their complete status and their complete nature in world of football a bit my eminent at their mom. But at least, so we a coach, not so we a manager. Now, so manage the attitude that I'm talking about, the negative aspect and then the positive aspect of players, and then you bring out the best in them whenever you feel them on the field of play. I think that makes you a good manager, and that makes you one of the perfect managers. So who manage this class of players, bringing the best out of them. We saw Carlo Ancelotti managing big stars with Real Madrid. We saw Carlo Ancelotti managing big stars at AC Milan. We saw Carlo Ancelotti managing big stars at Chelsea Football Club. But he never had a problem with any of these particular players. But then he was able to bring the best out of these players, even as man said, Nabebrena a portray bad attitude outside the field of play. No, he was able to do that. There is no other philosophy that defines good attitude of players on the field of play. The only philosophy, and that's the only psychological theory that defines good attitude in the field of play, the interactionist approach, and most of the coaches AUC making sure that they will bring the best out of these particular players. And to me, define say, so we play and also we coach, that's a behavior within a particular player, making sure so that they get underground, the environment that the player comes from, and then you combine with the behavior and you make sure say you actually sample and evidence a player na nkasa betimi ehu say niama na oye na enye onfa sa niama na nto nchen na oma proper football and from that particular football club no. And that was the interactionist approach na Carlo Ancelotti day in and day out his relationship with players in as much as players no body crampono. He tried to find way to lift the morale of these particular players up, and then he gets the best out of these particular players. Look at a certain Casemiro. At a moment in time, now he wasn't being called into the side of national team called Brazil. But then Carlo Ancelotti Bayern, he said there is something within Casemiro he needs to call him up to the Brazil national team. And command me say Fabinho so ordinary back into the national team, meaning say he knows how to develop good relationship with players, and then even Krampa, so we play as on morning Kosra. He will know how to bring the best out of you, and then that will be a big moment for you as a coach. Xabi Alonso situation now find it with Real Madrid Football Club. You have Kylian Mbappe, you have Vinicius Junior, you have Jude Bellingham. In an era of footballers, Galacticos, Breno, Yana Egos, Etime Rising. It is up to the coach Xabi Alonso to find a good tactical things and as a good philosophical things the best out of Vini Jr. just for him to perform very well for the side of Real Madrid Football Club. But we are going to see most of these particular games a PM or the Champions League. One particular game I person who common on a PSG Football Club against Bayern Munich. DIABY so we checking your visa company Edima the side of Bayern Munich Football Club. There is no ways to actually understand say in the last 15 matches that he has been able to play, with Timmy equally that particular record, making sure say Obetime winning 15 games for the side of Bayern Munich Football Club. No, Asanso watch a lot of goals, close to about 54 goals in that particular attacking forward of Bayern Munich Football Club. The exception of Harry Kane, Luis Diaz, and then Marky Olis or more age in Niama Edema the side of Bayern Munich Football Club. They've added a lot of goal contribution for the side of Bayern Munich Football Club. But there's a visa company in this particular 2025-26 season, he has been able to have a quick start and having 9 wins consistently in the Bundesliga in a row. The last time a year who a manager or that kind of history at the other side of Bayern Munich was far back in 2015-2016 when he had 10 wins in a row in the side of Pep Guardiola in that particular moment in time. And we are seeing Visa Company, a good student of that tactical identity footballer, when you're idealistic kind of coach. Visa Company, Pep Guardiola, he's doing that particular record for the side of Bayern Munich Football Club. But I will check it for Champions League table currently as a speaker. PSG our 9 points. Bayern Munich Football Club so our 9 points. Just a goal difference and a separate between the side of PSG Football Club and then Bayern Munich. In the last 14 matches, Albania within the PSG Football Club and then Bayern Munich Football Club, we have the total wins of PSG Albania 8 wins and Bayern Munich almost was 6 wins and 0 draws in APM within these particular 2 football clubs. Then you talk about the last 5 matches I just stay between Bayern Munich and then PSG. PSG in the last 5 games, 1 win Penomania at their mom, and that 1 win there Bayern was the FIFA Club World Cup at Toja, USA. Now PSG Football Club, Elsha Bayern Munich, Visa Company by 2 goals to 0. Bayern Munich for 4 wins and 0 draws in APM in that particular ladder. And it tells you, say, currently as we speak, so we'll compare the last 5 games, so we'll compare the last 14 games, PSG Football Club, and with that kind of total dominance over Bayern Munich Football Club currently as we speak. But as we speak right now, Visa Company, according to that kind of tactical readiness or the and then you will be a 4-2-3-1 tactical formation. And a me at the side of Bayern Munich Football Club. In terms of a 2 center person, you get Died Upamecano and Jonathan Town, Nobejina, Echohonum, at the other side of Bayern Munich Football Club. Conrad Lema will be played as a right fullback, and then Bishop Bebop in that particular left fullback position for Bayern Munich. In Finfio, Ebe Pavlovic and Joshua Kimmich on in Finfio, at the other side of Bayern Munich Football Club. Enimu Honomo, Luis Diaz, Harry Kane, Serge Gnabry, and Nicholson. For the side of Bayern Munich Football Club. This is exact tactical system. Obiti said I mean, Julian Nagelsmann, a propeller in that season, and now all couldn't him at the Amateur Bayern Munich Football Club. 4-2-3-1. So we not Joshua Kimmich, Pavlovich. That's what Bush didn't fin. Check about current labor on your right full back, but sometimes honestly, Bonham as a solid midfielder playing in that particular companionship between Pavlovich and then Joshua Kimmich. So anymore, somehow, some good. He can be used as an inverted midfielder. Know about the 3-back system, making sure say the 4 attackers so much will add a lot of numerical superiority in attacking of PSG football among us defensive house. But so we'll check PSG. The last number of games on my ball. And also in the French League, almost remaining consistent with their number of performance on my ball. And especially on my engine in their setup is the current midfielder Ejina Edema that's out of PSG Football Club. Jao never Vitinha bet Bijina Finfin what the PSG Football Club. But Nipo no intimate Bobo be an answer with trade Kakent no ultimate from the side of PSG no will be Papa Professor Fabinho somehow who try as much as possible to create a lot of numerical goals for PSG Football Club. So move the acquiring Godma. You expect Papa Professor Fabinho to bet my pretty Sanyamano and their bet or no intimate the man. You get Zai Emery who can come in as a number 10 and create a lot of underlining passes into the attacking to supporting Kvaratskhelia, Ousmane Dembele, and Bradley Barcola. Omubeti made anymore at the of PSG Football Club. H.D. Hodomono, Ashraf Hakimi, normal right full back position, William Pacho as a right centre back. I mean, Berardo Onobo as a left centre back, and then Nuno Mendes Onobo in the left full back position. This tells you say at any moment in time, Papa say Luis Enrique properly the 4-3-3 system, anymore about the 4-2-2 system, and balance the equation, making sure say at any moment in time they can tweak in the equation and make sure say any more will be an avalanche of goals. And then you player I start to watch will be to share a lot of goals. At the side of PSG Football Club, not willing. It's Ousmane Dembele bit major anymore as a number 4-9 at the side of PSG. We should expect so on the also a lot of the stairmans in that particular defensive structure of Bayern Munich Football Club. On a static number 9 or drop people deep and making sure that he will add that particular positional play and will be to me actually a lot of goals. Kvaratskhelia, Bradley Barcola, or more a trademark as or more corners or more big clubs matches are. Omutimi Edishe goals against Liverpool last season. Omo used that trademark in Edishe goal against the side of FC Barcelona. They used that same one against even Inter Milan. Omo used the same goals. And I believe that at this particular material moment in time, PSG Football Club can win this particular game. And they will win it and it will be over 2.5. PSG may win it 3-1 or 2-1.